What's up guys, it's Ben with Underrated Garage. Today's video is going to be a quick transformation of this 2003 350Z on a tight budget. Let's see what we can do with this thing. So the to-do list for this car has 5 categories. First and foremost, it needs a little bit of love on the outside. So we're gonna start with the obvious. We're gonna polish these cloudy headlights. We're gonna try to fix that crack somehow. We're gonna get rid of this front plate bracket. Most of the body isn't in too bad a shape. A quick wash will help it a lot. There is some paint fade. We're just gonna be leaving that alone. This door handle is completely broken. We're gonna be replacing these door handles as well. Next up, we gotta fix the stance of this car. You can see it's on these little baby 17-inch wheels that are tucking so bad, it's like hovercraft fitment. So to get this thing sitting nice, we have the max speeding rods T6 coilovers, which are height and damper adjustable. Max Speeding Rods is a budget brand, of course, but this is their top of the line coilover pretty much. The other thing to help the stance, we got these 18x8 infinity wheels to replace the 17x7. This should get it sitting a lot nicer. The third thing we have to address is the sound. You can see it's got a original stock muffler under there, factory headers, cats, everything. That's where this exhaust comes in. This is Flash Arc Racing's dual exhaust setup. It goes all the way from test pipes all the way to the back of the car. Next up, which I'm not gonna get too crazy into it, but the interior of this car does need some love. The seats are kind of worn through the black of the leather a bit. Quarter windows have this god-awful tint on them. It needs a detail in here bad. So we're gonna vacuum it, wipe it down, clean it up a bit in there, just to make it more presentable. And then lastly, the engine. We are not doing much in this category either. It already has this AEM cold air intake on it. So all we're gonna do an oil change, top off the fluids, and then clean up this engine bay so it looks a bit more presentable. Yucky. Gotta take care of this cracked bumper here. Drift stitches it is. So it doesn't look good, but it looks better than bumper falling apart. Now we're taking the headlights from foggy like this to clear like this. Broken, non-functioning door handle and bolt up. Not only is it working now, but it's you can see, looks half decent. I mean, we are getting somewhere. I got the purple crappy tint off the quarter windows. I vacuumed the whole interior, put these extra floor mats I had in there. This door handle was broken. I ended up swapping it out and put these carbon bezels in there while I was at it because I had them, so why not? Now I'm gonna be swapping the steering wheel. So I'm gonna throw this spare wheel that I have in there, and then we are gonna get to doing these seats. fighting with this Loctite to have the airbag off. Gotta pop the 19 off. I already unplugged this little guy. Boom. See that? That's how you take a steering wheel off. Spray some of this black vinyl and fabric coating on this shitty leather and see if it makes it look any better. Let's see. So I'm gonna kind of just coat this whole base and then we'll see how that comes out. That was kind of all the easier stuff. Now we gotta install the coilovers and the exhaust. Normally those are pretty easy tasks. It's a little old and rusty. It's got all original parts on it, so I'm gonna get started on these coilovers. Okay, there's the first stock strut out. As you can see, first coilover is installed. I'm gonna go do the other front now. All right, so that is the driver's front coilover on. So now the front is done. I'm gonna be moving on to the rear before we get to installing this guy. Look how crusty and rusty everything is. But anyway, there's the old strut we're gonna be replacing. There's the old spring we're gonna be replacing. With these beauties over here, it actually went good. Everything came right off and swapped over, easy enough. And I realized this thing is still complete hovercraft fitment. I mean, look at how bad that thing tucks. So, have some spacers. Well, obviously this is still in the air, but definitely a little better fitment with the spacer in the back. So, time to do that final corner. Like that, all in one take. Spacer is on, time to get this last wheel on. We officially only have one thing left on the to-do list for this build, which is that exhaust, and God, I saved it for last because it's the worst. You're supposed to save the best for last. We saved the worst for last. I have no good way to record this terrible process, but if you can kind of see up there, I got the 3 bolts off of each of the cats, the bolts that go from the cats to the headers. Those are considered demon bolts on these VQs because 2 of them you kind of have to go from the top to get. On this driver's side, the steering column is in the way. It's just terrible. So you can see the amount of rust on this exhaust. There's no way I'm getting any of the other bolts off. They're just completely rusted out. So I'm gonna have to use a Sawzall and cut the exhaust after the Y-pipe right there. as you can see, the test pipes are on, which is the hardest part of the job. So now that those are on, I can piece together the rest of the exhaust. So it's not snugged up, but I have the exhaust all the way back to the axle. So it is like midnight. As you can see, the exhaust is fully on. I'll show you the middle of the car. Got my project mess everywhere because this has been a pretty big project. But you can see that Flash Arc Racing exhaust is on all the way from the test pipes all the way back. It is a new day. As you saw in the last clip, the 350 exhaust is all together. I am finally gonna start it and hear what this thing sounds like compared to stock. She's outside. It's time for a quick test drive. Let's see how this goes. Officially driving the 350 project. I don't want to show too much before I wash it here, but damn, this thing looks good, Slam. Rain. Don't care. Check this thing out. Just washed it. Look at this thing. Dude, it actually looks good. So this is super hype right now. Might as well just get into it. Let's show you guys what we turned this 350 into. There she is. That is a good looking car, I'm not gonna lie. 03 350Z, black on black, lowered with Infinity 18s on it. Intake and exhaust, and that's it. It's just a clean, simple, super budget sports car. I love it. I love 350Zs ever since I got my first one, which a black 07 Roadster was my first ever sports car. I'm gonna show you the interior too, which obviously I detailed it. I dyed the seats, I changed the door handles, I changed the steering wheel, floor mats. Look at it. It is not too bad in there. Got some carbon fiber, we got the checkered floor mats. So obviously not the prettiest under here, but it's just the stock DE minus the AEM cold air intake. So I hope you guys enjoyed my transformation. Basically, one-day flip of this 2003 350Z. Obviously, if someone else had a 350 or was planning on getting one and doing a basic setup like this, you can do it for not a whole lot of money. Lots more content coming soon of all different types. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Underrated Garage. Peace out.